What if I told you that some of the most successful dropshippers in the UK are using strategies that they don't publicly share? Would you want to know what they are? Hi, I'm Lewis Smith. I'm the founder of Dropship Unlocked, and I've been running my own e-commerce businesses for over 7 years now. But more importantly, I've been helping other people inside our Dropship Unlocked community do the same and launch their own successful UK-based e-commerce businesses. And in this video, I'm excited to be talking you through some of the secret behind-the-scenes strategies that dropshippers who are succeeding in the UK are using in their businesses, even if they won't talk about them publicly. Many new dropshippers get into the game because they see a YouTube video, they start implementing some strategies that someone has told them will be their path to riches, and then things don't quite pan out. The number of sellers that I speak to who've started businesses, they claim that they have picked their niche, they have their products, they have their store life, but there's just one problem: they're not making any sales. But that is a symptom of something that was wrong earlier in their journey. 9 times out of 10, the issue isn't the fact that they're not able to run ads and convert. The issue comes from a foundational step earlier in their journey and their application of the business model that they chose that is causing them to hit those problems down the line. So in today's video, I'm going to run through what some of those strategies are so that early in your journey, you can implement them and avoid the mistakes and the traps that many people fall into. When I first started my e-commerce journey, I remember creating a website on Shopify, following some YouTube tutorials, sourcing some products from AliExpress, throwing together a few Facebook ads, and just following the path that most people talked about, which was to try to make fast sales, mark a product up from a few dollars up to $10, $20, and see if I could make my margin work. And the problems came thick and fast. Not only did I realize it was very difficult to make profit that way, say you're buying a product at $5 from China and then you're marking it up to sell it at $20, well, you've only got a margin of $15 to actually make that sale on ad networks, and that is all of your profit potentially eaten up if you spend any more than $15. Not to mention things like the customs import duties, the taxes, the VAT that you'd need to include if selling to customers in the UK, but also how you then make that model work at scale when you start to ramp up and reach out to colder audiences with your advertising. So there's some fundamental flaws with that business model, and it wasn't until I changed and pivoted to a different business model that I was able to unlock the real secrets that e-commerce sellers use to make money on that first sale, to ensure that they're not loss making for a long time before they eventually start to recoup some of that profit, but actually so that they can be profitable from sale number one in their business without having to outlay tens of thousands of pounds of capital to risk on ordering container loads of stock from China, or taking huge risks with advertising, hoping that they can reclaw that money back down the line. The model that we teach, which I've now trademarked as the Home Turf Advantage model, is where our members in Dropship Unlocked use the system that we've proven time and time again works. And it's where they partner with the UK-based suppliers to sell products that are upwards of £300, £500. We're even seeing sales from some of our members of upwards of £4,000 on a single product where they've never even spoken to the customer in a lot of these cases, where they'll then earn 30% profit margin on those sales and allow them to scale their business at a much faster rate. If you're selling products for £2,000, for example, just imagine the kinds of products that you could sell that would be upwards of £500, £1,000, £2,000, right? Loads of different options, right? So you sell one of those products for £2,000. You buy it from your supplier for, say, £1,400. They're in the UK. This supplier doesn't want to deal with the public directly. They don't have a huge customer service department. Their specialty as a supplier is to just get the product out to customers. So they don't want to run ads, they don't want to deal with any of the email stuff, but we as e-commerce retailers can come in, can add a value to brands that aren't selling directly to the public already, and then when we make a sale, the customer has given us the £2,000, so the £2,000 is now in our bank account. The very same day, we can then purchase that product for £1,400, for example, from the supplier, netting us a £600 profit on that single one sale. So ask yourself, to replace your current salary, your current monthly income, how many sales would you need to make if you were making a profit of, in that example, £600 per sale? How many of those £600 profit sales would you need to make per month to make it work out? Probably not that many, right? And that means that you don't need as many sales, you don't need as many customers to deal with, you haven't got as much customer support to deal with, not as many emails to respond to. It's a much simpler business model. But what it also means is when you're running ads, you can afford £100, £200 to acquire that customer and the sale. And so you actually build yourself in a lot of buffer room when it comes to running ads, unlike the people that are trying to sell the cheap products and make it work for that $15 margin that we talked about earlier. Anything that they erode into that margin with their advertising spend drops their profit. But if we can do that with a £600 profit in the example I've just given, then it works really well. And this works, by the way, if you're selling a £1,000 product and making £300 margin. If you can make those sales at a cost per acquisition, so a cost per ad spend of say £50, you're still netting £250 in profit. Make 4 sales per day and you're making £1,000 net profit per day by only having to fulfill 4 orders. That's clicking the fulfill button 4 times on Shopify. You never have to touch the products. You never have to speak to a customer because you could have a virtual assistant do that, or you could just do it all via email. You never even have to risk any of your own money to buy the products from the suppliers, because by the time the sale has come in, you've already collected the money. Now, if you've already got your dropshipping business up and running, maybe you're using the high ticket dropshipping model, maybe you're not, maybe you'd like to start using the home turf advantage model, working with UK based suppliers, selling products with next day delivery, high profit margins. Let me know your questions in the comments. I'd love to answer them in the next video. And if you found these insights in today's video helpful, then please do me a favor, hit the like button. It really helps to support the channel, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Just have a think, is there anyone else that you might be able to share this video with that could help them on their path to starting their own e-commerce business to replace their income? I've also added some links below to some free resources that you can download, some free training that you can watch straight away on our website. So click those links and they'll take you over to those. And make sure you stay tuned to this channel for new videos that we're going to be releasing frequently on tips and tricks to how you can get your own UK dropshipping business off the ground using our home turf advantage model. Make sure you click the links that are appearing on your screen now for more exclusive dropshipping tips and tricks.